Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Paula. This
I'm
is
Ed.
my husband Ed, and we are in the kitchen cooking up some breakfast this morning. And I was just talking while I'm cooking, and Ed said, "It sounds like you're making a video," and I'm like, maybe I should. So I grabbed the phone, and so we're gonna film today a what we eat in a day video. We're gonna show you what we're having for our first meal. It is 9:30. We no longer intermittent fast. I guess you could say we are intermittent fasting still.
Just a longer window.
We just have a bigger eating window. We're working on getting more protein into our diet. And when we were eating between 12 and 6, we were only eating 2 meals because that's all we could eat during that period of time. And because protein is so filling, and we were getting full, we weren't able to get enough protein just in 2 meals for our daily needs. So we are now eating earlier in the day, and we're still stopping eating after dinner time usually. Although Ed had a sandwich last night.
Sure did.
He did.
And it was good.
It was in the evening, and he was in here scrounging around, and I'm like, what is he doing in there? And I came in here, and he said he was kind of hungry. So we pulled out some of our good egg white bread. Hold on. I had this PSMF bread. This is made out of egg whites. And so he pulled that out and made himself a sandwich. I'm going to put a picture here of his little late night snack last night. He had some olives. Was it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So this morning, we're both having 2 different things. I am in the mood for something Mexican. So I am cooking up. I'm going to show you here what we're doing. I'm cooking up in this pan some chorizo with a little bit of onion, and I also threw in some canned jalapenos, and that's going to be my filling for my omelet. And Ed's getting ready to make my omelet because he's the omelet master. And he's going to be having, what are you having?
Same thing.
Oh, really?
But I'm going to have sausage with it.
Are you going to do chorizo too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing, okay. So we're having chorizo omelets. I have some salsa and sour cream over here I was just going to put on top. And we also are going to be toasting some of this bread in my air fryer and making some cinnamon toast. And some coffee. That's what we're going to be having for breakfast. So when we get over to the table, I'll show you. Our table's full of painting supplies, so we may not go over there. I've been painting and doing some work around the house, and so
Perfect.
look at that. I'm so excited. I'm going to top this with some salsa and sour cream, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. Toast is almost ready. Okay, so this is our cinnamon toast. This bread toasts up really nice. I just lay it in the air fryer. I keep my eye on it. It only takes a couple minutes for it to get toasted. And you can toast this also in a regular bread slice toaster. You just have to keep your eye on it because it does toast up pretty quick. And then I like to melt my butter in the microwave and just kind of baste it on there. It's better than taking cold butter and kind of spreading it out on there. It goes on a lot easier when it's melted. And then I have cinnamon and some, I believe it's granular monk fruit sweetener mixed together, and that's the little topping. So we're gonna go ahead and eat breakfast, and we'll be back in a little bit. Have a little bit of a chatty session. If you don't want to hear the chatty session, you can just fast forward if you want to, or you can just turn the video off, whatever. I just want to talk a little bit about, I have ladders and stuff sitting around right now. I have been painting the inside of this house over this past week, and almost done. Have this big window wall left, and we decided to stop. Every wall has been painted down here except for this big wall of windows. There's a 30-foot ceiling here, vaulted ceiling, and haven't decided what I want to do yet, whether I want to attempt getting on a ladder. I did go all the way up. I don't know if you can see, but I did go all the way up and paint those, but it was doable because there's areas where we could set the ladder and all of that. Over here, it's nothing. It would have to be just a really tall ladder. Anyways, we've decided to stop right now where it's at and address this wall the next time we come up. We are actually getting ready to go home. We've been up here since Valentine's Day. We came up because Ed had a doctor's appointment, and he went to the doctor on February 15th, and the doctor said that Ed has, in the areas where his bones are joining back together, the process is going slow, the healing process. So the doctor had recommended a bone stimulator gadget that Ed would wear on his leg to help stimulate growth in the bone areas. And several times we've had an appointment. I think 2 or 3 times we've had an appointment, and over this past couple of weeks, and they have canceled it because the machine is not there, and we're waiting for it to come in and all of that. So anyways, we have to go back home because I have to watch my boys, my grandsons, in next weekend. My son and daughter-in-law are going on a trip for 4 days. I'm going to be staying at their house watching the boys for them. So we have to go back home at least for a couple of weeks. And then we plan on coming back up here. And then I'm going to address this wall, whether I'm going to paint it, get some help, whatever. But that's why there's ladders back there. Well, I want to talk a little bit about, sort of address some negative comments that I've received lately on my YouTube videos. And I know that the more subscribers you get, the larger your channel grows, the more you're going to risk getting negative feedback and haters and all of that. But I just wanted to address it a little bit. Last week, I had been painting for the entire day. I hadn't checked my phone at all. In the evening, after I got done painting, I sat down, got my phone, started looking through my notifications and all that, and reading some comments here on YouTube. And all at once, I got like 4 or 5 negative, naysayer, hater comments. And they don't, it's funny because they weren't all on a recent video. They were on older videos that I had done. It seems to, I get notified when I get a comment on an older video. And I got some comments on some older videos just on nitpicking some of the foods that I was eating, and, nitpicking the chicken that I laid on the carton that I bought it in after I opened it. I laid it on some germy packaging while I was cooking, and just really, really nitpicky things. And it really upset me because, for one thing, I was tired at the end of the day. I had been painting all day, and I just sat down to have some entertainment and look on my phone, and then I got all of these negative things coming at me. And I went over to my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group, Low Carb Revelation, and we have over 13,000 members in that group now. And I have to say that I've been a part of a lot of groups on Facebook, and there's no group. And I'm not saying that just because we started this group, but there is no group of people like this group of people on Facebook that we have. I went over there. A lot of them are like family. They comment a lot. We've got to know them, even though we haven't met them in person. We know these people just by their comments and that. And so I went over there immediately, and I felt like I could vent over there because I felt like it was a safe place to vent. And I sort of vented about how I had told Ed that that's it. I'm quitting YouTube. I'm done. I'm just going to do coaching, and I'll just work on the Facebook group and Instagram and, do everything else except for YouTube, because YouTube is the place where you are exposed. All of us YouTubers, we're being vulnerable. We're opening up ourselves, our lives to people. When you think about it, people all around the world. I have viewers that watch from the United Kingdom, Australia, Japan. I have people from all over that watch me. So if you think about, we're exposing ourselves worldwide, and just being our channel, me and my husband, we're ourselves. We don't put on a show. We are just ourselves here, living our life and letting people know how this way of eating has healed us and helped us with our life here. We're in our 50s and we feel amazing. And we like to share that with people in our age group, or any age group if you want to watch us. But we like to share that because we just feel like sharing that can help others. And that's why we share our lives. We are open books. We're transparent. I share my lab results from my doctors. I mean, everything, my weight, which is really hard for a lot of women to share to family and friends, yet alone, the whole world. So, we're pretty transparent with everything that we share. We like to think that we have pretty good advice and things that we've gone through in our lives that, we think that as we share those things that it can help others. We're just ourselves. We're not professionals over here. And yet we get picked apart. And I have, I'm not the type of person yet. My skin is getting a little bit thicker, but I'm not the type of person that can just let those things roll off, just let it go. I take a lot of those things to heart, and I probably shouldn't be saying that because now I'm probably going to get more haters saying things because they know that it's going to hurt me or whatever. But I take those things to heart. And anyways, I went over to our fabulous Facebook group and I made this long vented post that I was quitting YouTube and I was just going to go on with everything else. And everybody started commenting. There's hundreds of comments on that post. Please don't stop. You don't know how you're helping people, and you're an inspiration and all of these things. And I'm not trying to build myself up when I say that. I'm just saying there were very positive, loving comments that I appreciate so much. I cried when I read a lot of them because, they meant a lot to me. So I just wanted to say that if you watch my videos and you feel that I am chatty, I talk too much. That's another comment that I get, is that I talk too much, just get to the recipe. That's not what my channel is all about. I do share a lot of recipes and I love sharing recipes, but I also feel that it is also about sharing our journey, and that includes talking about things that we're going through, giving tips, just sharing our lives, because we have come to know, like I said, just like over in our Facebook group, we feel like we know a lot of you that comment all the time. We recognize your names. We know what's going on with you because of what you've posted. We check in on people that have posted that they're having a bad day. Because we don't know a lot of people personally in person does not mean that we don't know you. We have come to know a lot of you and become friends with a lot of you, even though we haven't met in person. I just feel that sharing what we're going through, whether we're having a good day, a bad day, Ed's accident, his recovery, things that have happened to me with my health, all of those things I really feel are a huge part of this channel. So if you're here just for recipes, you might want to go to another channel that has just recipes, because I'm not all about just recipes. And I also wanted to say that even though all of these positive things have happened in my life with my health, with everything that's going on, I share a lot of good parts of our life, does not mean that we have a perfect life. It does not mean that we don't have our down moments. It does not mean that we struggle, okay? It doesn't mean that we're not, I'm not trying to portray that we're perfect here, that we eat all the perfect foods, all the perfect ingredients. I like to share positive things. I'm a pretty positive person. I like to look at the good side of things, and that's why I seem to share a lot of positive things, because I want to be positive and uplifting to people. So just because I share a lot of positive things does not mean we have it all together. We're not perfect. We don't always eat perfect ingredients. I may go to a restaurant and I may order a Cobb salad with some salad dressing that was probably made with a few ingredients that I'm not liking to take into my body, like seed oils. Some of the foods that we eat at restaurants may be cooked in some seed oils. There may be some ingredients thrown in there that we might not 100% agree with, but I am not perfect. I never will be perfect. There's only one perfect person in my life, and that is Jesus Christ. He's my Lord and Savior, and he's the one that I have to give account to. So if there's anything that you see in my videos that is flawed or imperfect, or you see a Diet Coke sitting in the background, because my husband does like to drink Diet Coke. He's given up a lot of things in life. He has not given up his Diet Coke, and I'm not on him about it. Guess what? Once in a great while, I'll have a Diet Coke because it looks good, it sounds good, and I may have a Diet Coke, but it is not something that I normally indulge in. So you may see a can of Diet Coke in one of my videos once in a while. You may see a bottle of A1 sauce. I don't like A1 sauce, but my husband loves A1 sauce, okay? You may see those things in our videos. We're not perfect. We're not striving to be perfect and to show this perfect picture. We are living our lives to be as healthy as we can be at this stage in our lives, and lots of positive things have happened, especially to my health. I've experienced healing, you all. I've experienced a tremendous healing in my body from the food choices that I have chose to eat and the food choices that I have chosen to take out of my diet for the most part. I have experienced healing, and that was my goal, and I wanted to share that with everyone. So when you watch us, there's going to be chattiness. There's going to be talking. We're going to be sharing our feelings. We're going to be sharing our lives. We're going to still sit down and have our little coffee chat videos and just talk about whatever's on our mind, okay? We're going to share those things. We're going to share things in our life because we like to. If you do not like the content of my videos, please, oh please, oh please, don't waste your energy writing a big book of how you don't like what I'm doing in my video. Just move on to another video. People don't realize that when they comment under videos, even if it's a negative comment, they're helping me in the algorithm. They're helping bring me up higher, because any activity that is on your YouTube videos, anything stimulates growth and brings it up into the algorithm. So even the negative comments bring me up into the algorithm. So if you don't like what I'm saying, why would you take the time and the energy to make a post that you don't like what I'm doing or you don't agree with what I'm doing? Just move on. We watch a lot of YouTube. We don't have cable. We usually watch YouTube, and there are a lot of videos that I see that I don't agree with. I never ever comment on those videos. I just scroll on down and go to the next video. I don't take the time and energy to sit and tell someone that they're doing something that I don't agree with or that they're doing something wrong. I just move on. Let them live their life and do their videos however they want to do it. Let me do mine. All right, this is how I want to do it. This is how I want to do my channel. I want to show you around my house. I want to show you the progress that I'm making. Do you know why I took the time at the end of my last few videos to show you the progress of our remodeling around the house? It's not because I want to show off my beauty. I do have a beautiful house. I love this house. This is mine and my husband's retirement home. We worked very hard our entire life. We lived in a little shoebox house. We still do. We haven't sold that house yet. We scrimped and saved, and we made a dream of ours come true. We bought a beautiful house on a lake that we love so much. And we are improving this place and bringing it, making it our own. Okay, there's things that we're doing, painting in that. I didn't walk around and show the painting that I did in this house just to show off my beautiful house. I'm not that way. I'm not a very showy person. You can ask my husband. Anytime we get something new, I'm always like, don't tell anybody. I don't want nobody to know about my new car. I don't want nobody to know. I'm not that way. But when I was able to go through this house down here, this is a big house, and paint it all in just a few days. I also have a room upstairs that I painted, one of the guest bedrooms, last week. So the point I'm trying to make here is I showed all of that because I was able to do that. I was able to climb up on these ladders, up and down, multiple times a day, reaching up, stretching, bending, and not have pain in my body. I was able to do that because of this lifestyle, because of this way of eating. 2 years ago, I would have never dreamed of taking on this project. This morning, I'm not gonna lie, I woke up this morning sore. My body was so sore. We did a lot yesterday trying to, get some things done here. My body was sore. It's muscle soreness. It's not that achy, arthritic feel that I suffered for so long. I didn't have that. And it makes me feel so good that because of just the food choices that I was able to do all of this. And it's not because, ooh, look what I did. Look at my beautiful house. It's not that. I want you to see, because of the way that I am eating now, I was able to accomplish this. I want to encourage people that this can happen. This can happen to you too. So that's all. I'm not sharing things because I want to be showy. I'm sharing things because this way of eating has changed my life. And I want to share that with everyone. I want people to know that there is hope, all right? So this has been very chatty. I'm sorry for those of you who don't like all the talking. You know what? I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm going to stop apologizing for being myself and for sharing my content that I want to share on my channel. So this is the finished painting project. Kitchen's done. Look at this, you all. Look at this. Don't even ask how we got that up there. But I will tell you, my husband he's a genius when it comes to looking at something and saying, hey, this ladder needs to be in this position and that will be safe. We were able to get ladders up here on this landing upstairs and able to get up to that peak. And this is all done. Coffee bar over here. This is where our coffee bar is gonna go. Our piece of furniture is not here yet. All down the hallway, foyer. We are so happy with the color that we chose. This is now another project that you guys can stay tuned for. Right here, if you look over here on the floor, this is a slab of granite that we had the company that put in our kitchen counter. We had them cut this slab. Ed's gonna use this as a hearth on the fireplace that he's gonna build right here. He's gonna build it and he's going to put that somehow, he's gonna have that as a hearth. And then this is all gonna be that cultured stone or whatever you call it. He's gonna make it a little bit wider than what this is. We're gonna get one of those really nice electric fireplaces. He's looking at the vapor ones. If anybody has a vapor fireplace, let us know how you like it. They're very expensive and we don't want to spend that much money if they're not. I mean, they look awesome, but we're thinking of getting a nice long one to put there. But that will be a project that will be coming up, whenever Ed's ready for that. But this is the wall right here that has not been painted. You can see over here, I started painting the wall here when I was on the ladder. I decided to just paint what I could reach, but this has not been done yet. We are not gonna do anything with this wall yet until we come back after this next time going home. I just wanna stress to you that I would not have even imagined 2 years ago when I was suffering from tremendous joint pain and headaches and inflammation. I would have never thought in a million years that I would have been able to do something like this, but because of my food choices. And yes, it's not perfect food choices all the time, but for the most part, we eat really good. And because of that, great things can be accomplished. So I just want to encourage you that this way of eating really is good for you. And if you are struggling with joint pain, inflammation, headaches, arthritis, autoimmune disease, anything metabolic, diabetes, any of those kind of conditions, your life can significantly improve by the foods that you eat. And no, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I am just a person that has experienced this, and my life is so much better now. So much better. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll be back later on to show you what we're having for our next meal. I'll see you soon. All right, so midday we usually have a protein shake. Today I'm having salted caramel mixed with a little bit of vanilla. We like to mix up the flavor sometimes, and I usually blend it in a blender with ice and nut milk, and it's a very great midday snack. All right, so it is 4:30 and we're getting ready to eat dinner, and I wanted to show you what we're having. I went to a local barbecue. I didn't have any meat thawed out or anything today. And so I went and bought a pound of their pulled chicken. I also made earlier today some PSMF buns and some hot dog buns. And we have a couple of hot dogs going in the air fryer. And I also have some coleslaw I'm gonna be mixing up here. This is from my cookbook. Coleslaw dressing this recipe is in the cookbook. And all I do is make this up, and then I just will put it on whatever amount of slaw that we're eating at the time. That way none gets wasted and thrown out. So I'm just going to put a few tablespoons of that on here, mix it up. I'm gonna slice these buns, put some pulled chicken on there and some coleslaw on top of that, and have Ed's gonna have a hot dog or two. And so we're gonna plate this all up, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so here's Ed's plate. This is a lot. I made him 2 hot dogs. The buns are a little short for the dogs, but it's gonna be fine. And an open face pulled chicken sandwich with coleslaw on top. Hey, here's mine. Picture perfect. I got 2 pulled chicken sliders with coleslaw on top, some pickles, and that's gonna be a great meal. It's gonna be our last meal for the night. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video now. So make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and I will see you really soon. Have a great day, and as always, God bless.